Okay, everybody, if you are here, then you are ready to take the information from your outline and put it together in the final draft of your paper. So I'm going to walk you through this process, show you how it works. Again, mine is just an example. This is just a tutorial. So once you follow along with me, this should be pretty simple, and you should be able to put your paper together pretty quickly, right? So first things first, you're going to need two documents open. One, you're going to need your essay outline for your argumentative essay on Forrest Gump. Now, your essay outline should be completed. This one is not, because this one is an example, right? But yours should be completely filled in. All these boxes should be filled with all your paragraphs duly completed. The other document you need open is this final draft document. This final draft document should be at the top of Google Classroom at the moment, and you'll notice it's pretty blank. It does have some information that you need to complete. So first thing you want to do is you want to go here to your final draft document. You want to remove your name, or where it says name, you want to type your name. So I'm going to type mine for you. All right. Then you have the date, you want to type the date of when you are completing this. Then your period, add your period number. So let's say if you're first period, you would put period 1. If you're in second period, period 2. If you're in period 7-8, 7-8. All right, I'm going to do 1 as an example for this one. And then finally, it already has the title of the assignment here, so there's nothing you need to do for that part. So what I'd like you to do now is make sure that your heading is complete with your information for your final draft. So pause the video and complete the heading. All right, if you're back, I'm assuming you have the heading done. You should have your name. It should have the period number. The date, and you should have the period number. All right. So now, assembling the paper is actually pretty easy. First thing you do is you go back to your outline, and you're just going to go in order. So you want to take your first sentence, the hook. You want to highlight it. Remember, don't highlight the whole box, just the writing. Hit Control C. Come back over here to the final draft. Now, if you click here, you'll notice there's a spot where I have it indented already ready, right there. So that's indented because the paper should be indented. And you're just going to go ahead and hit Control V and paste it there. Now watch when I paste the opening hook. It should paste it like that, and it should double space it. See how this is double spaced? There's a space here in the middle. I have it set up to do that. If it doesn't do it on your paper, let me know, and I'll come around and make sure that that's fixed. Right? So now we have the hook there, right? So now we want to go um, back to our outline. Go to the next part, which is the background information. Highlight that, only the information. Control C to copy. Come back over. Make sure I have space after my period, and then Control V to paste. And notice it put the next part there. Then I would come back here and I would grab the final thesis statement. That's the end of your introduction. Hit Control C. Come back over. Make sure I spaced it out. Paste it in. And look at that. My introduction is complete. Now, obviously, this is not a real introduction. This is just an example for you to show you what it should look like. So it should start off with your hook. It should then have your background information. And then it should be ending with the thesis statement, A, B, and C of your outline. Right? Once you've done that, at the end of this line, all you got to do is hit enter and watch what happens. The cursor goes down. So then I got to tab in again, hit the tab button, and it indents for it. Some people like to hit the space bar. Don't space. Hit the tab button to indent. Then I come back over here for my body paragraph number 1. I take my topic sentence, Control C, come on over here, paste it. Again, I come back over here, get my first detail, Control C, come back over here, paste it. And notice how it's putting the paper together in paragraph form, right? And then you would continue to do that. You would do detail 2, detail 3, and the concluding statement. You would put that all together, and then you would have one big paragraph about the Forrest Gump and the challenges that he faced. Then you would hit enter again, and then you would go back in and you would grab all your information for your body paragraph 2 and make your third paragraph. Then you would go to your hit enter, start a new indent, and get your body paragraph 3 and all the information for body paragraph 3. And then you would do the same thing for your conclusion paragraph. So when you're done, you should have what looks like 5 paragraphs on this page, right? So what I'd like you to do now is to pause the video and put your whole paper together. All right, if you're back, I'm assuming that you have your whole paper together. I'm assuming if you wrote enough, it's got to be about 2, maybe 3 pages. This one is obviously not because this is just an example, right? But if you did all the information properly, if it's double spaced, if it looks like this, if it's nice and clean, get the headline done, then you are ready to get to the final stages. So the next thing I would like you to do is to go up to where it says insert, all right? And I'm sorry, let's go to insert. I'm trying to find the correct one. Oh, I'm sorry, go to format. Go to format. I apologize. Google Docs is a little different. And go to where it says page numbers. You click on that. And then you want to go ahead and say start at 1. You hit start at 1. And then you want to hit apply. And once you do that, it should put page numbers on your page for you automatically. We number our pages on our essays. So you should have a 1 here, and then probably a 2 on your second page as well. So again, if you weren't sure how to do that, you go to format, you go to page numbers, you go where it says header, show on the first page, start at 1, just hit apply, and it should do it for you automatically. Okay? Once that's done, then you are on your way to finishing this paper. So one thing you want to do is that you then want to read your whole essay. You want to read it closely. Take your time. Don't rush this part, and make sure it all kind of flows together. If there's sentences that feel like they don't match up, if there's anything underlined by Google, and for grammar mistakes, possibly red line or blue line grammar mistakes, make sure you fix that. Like, look at right here. I noticed that there's 2 spaces here. I got to clean that up. You want to make sure it's nice and clean, that your essay looks good. And then once you have that all completed and you've read it through, then what I like you to do is also have somebody else read your paper, because they can read and look for mistakes that you possibly made. You can read theirs too. Maybe share with somebody else, read each other's paper, and ultimately then you can kind of help each other out in proofreading and editing it. And you might get some advice or some ideas that maybe you missed out on how to improve your paper a little bit from their paper. Or maybe you can give them some advice as you're proofreading their paper for them. Okay? Once you're all done with that, you are done with your essay. You go back into Google Docs, you hit submit, or Google Classroom, you hit submit, turn it in, and you are completed. And you should be very proud of yourself. Your first essay for this class is finished. And that is how you complete this final draft of your essay. So again, if you need to go back in this video, start it over. Otherwise, if you've completed, be proud of yourself. And if you're done early, use your time wisely. And that's that. Thank you, and congratulations.